Hey everyone, Steve Wilson here. Here is my Surface Go 2 art review. Microsoft has finally refreshed their most portable and lightest Surface with the spec bump and smaller bezels, making it an excellent device for the traveling artist. I have the Core M3 model, which costs $629, not including the $129 keyboard or $99 Surface Pen. The base model is $399, but that will only get you so far in the long run. For ports, you have your standard headphone jack, USB-C, not Thunderbolt, and Surface Connect, and now the kickstand that goes even further back than previous generations. The bezels are now smaller, making the tablet stand in at 10.5 inches, 1920 by 1280, making the Surface tablet actually look more of a modern tablet. Although I'm not a fan of Adobe's software model that they go by in their software in general, I will say it's good news to know that Adobe Fresco does indeed support live brushes, but that is only for the model that I'm using right now, which I'm using the 8GB model as I stated in the beginning. And when it comes to jitter and line wobble, in my experience, it's about the same as previous surfaces that you've experienced with the Intrigue, where if you draw slowly, the lines themselves don't come out perfectly straight. There's a little jitter or line wobble, as I would say, but when you speed up the line, it goes perfectly straight. And using Fresco, I can say that it's zero lag. Actually, the input lag is very little, if hardly even noticeable, and this is the same that my experience is with using Photoshop, where drawing the lines as usual. It actually has that same fast lines equal straight lines, but there is that little bit of jitter as soon as you start to slow down when using those programs. And as you can see, when using Photoshop, it works perfectly fine as long as you don't have that base model. There's no lag at all, and pressure sensitivity is spot on as well. And as you can see in Clip Studio as well, there's really nothing wrong with it, but I will say that there is a little problem where my hand, when it rests on the screen, the screen tends to like move over to wherever my palm was resting at, or if my hand or the back of my palm accidentally hits the layers panel, it will jump to a different layer without me really noticing it and then having to go back. But a glove can easily resolve that, and I didn't have that experience in too many times. As far as pinching in and zooming out on this model, I've had no problems whatsoever with it. Even with I turned my smoothing all the way up, I believe it's on 60 or 70 when I was doing this, and I'm not really having any problems at all going through and making sure the drawing comes out as accurate as I want it to be, with having to redo my lines because of jitter. So right now you could just see this drawing that I'm doing right now, and I'll go ahead and let you see that. That way you can get a better feel for how it is to draw on the Surface Go. closing thoughts on the Surface Go is, to me, this is one of the best portable Surface devices. Yes, there's better devices at this price point, but none truly offer the kind of flexibility running full Windows 10. And as an artist, I can throw this into any bag without the added bulk of what my Surface Book 2 would have. And with Windows 10X on the horizon, tablet and touch interface for Windows will be even better. I think of the Surface Go 2 as more of a digital sketchbook than a primary computer. Now, if it's worth it, I definitely would say yes, but not at the base model. The base model may struggle in some programs, but it could get you kind of far just as long as you're not taxing it. And just keep in mind when people mention the price point of the different things that, for the Surface Go and how it works, I'll always say that if you look at Apple, the Apple Pencil and keyboard come to just about the same price as the M3 Surface Go 2, and those are just accessories. And don't forget, there are older generation Surface Pros that can be picked up for a cheaper price and have the bigger screen if that's what you're looking for. And for my opinion, I think the device is worth it if you're a person that wants to travel light and have Windows with you. That way you can have the flexibility of Windows and able to use many desktop applications, but make sure you stay away from the base model. And if you like the video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification icon so you can be notified when I drop new content, and peace.